Hey guys, what's going on? It's Nick, and I just got home from work. You're gonna see this the next day after I play this. I'm gonna upload it before I go to work. But I just got home from work right now. I just played this game, first game of the day. I didn't even play at all yesterday. It was the first day I didn't play since the game came out, and I just wanted to really go hard with the Lancer, and just see not go hard, but I just came home from work. My shots, you're gonna see my shots aren't even on point. I'm not even playing that well, but I end up going 15-6 with this Lancer, and I'm pushing at people. And these guys, they're not missing their shots with the Nasher. You see me, they get me a couple times. They're pretty decent players. But some of the things I'm gonna do in this video, I don't know. I definitely am not a fan of this rifle buff, and I think this video is definitely a good indication that they might have went a little too far. And I'm hoping they really go back to the launch settings. I was in the school that the weapons were perfectly fine on launch, all of them. You could do well with any one of them. All right, people said the classic Hammy, look at that, that's ridiculous. And I got all 175 points on that. I'm pretty sure. I can't really see on the little screen, but I mean, people said classic Hamburst was bad. I was doing great with it. Marksa, you could do well with if your shots were on point. I mean, all of them just took different skills, and there are a lot of different factors as to why the Lancer, the Nasher is getting the most kills in this game, and it always has in Gears. But I mean, there are a couple of things like this game was not advertised like Gears 1, 2, and 3 were. Microsoft put a lot of money into ads for those games. You remember Gears 3 had a million trailers, all these events or announcements, and all this hoopla or whatever, and we didn't really get any of that in Judgment. So the sales indicated that there was an effect there, no doubt. And so when that happens, you're gonna have mostly hardcore players playing the game. And what do hardcore Gears players usually use? The Nasher. All right, so yeah, of course there were going to be a lot of Nasher kills. That on top of that, you can only start with one weapon, so obviously a lot of these hardcore players are going to pick the Lancer. So there's more to it than just oh no, everyone's using the Nasher. We gotta buff everything else. I don't get it. The game wasn't even out that long. It just feels like Epic totally jumped the gun on this, and it's not good. You see these guys, they have no chance. They're pushing at me. I'm just backing up, hip firing. He can't do anything. This is worse than Gears 2 and 3 with stopping power. It literally is worse. The rifles are way too strong. This is not going to work. I mean, I didn't see anyone on the forums really complaining about the rifles. I mostly saw threads of people worrying about the Nasher, saying the Nasher is inconsistent. And look at this. Easy 2-piece. This guy is coming at me. Watch me. Push him 2-piece with the Lancer. Are you kidding me? I just pushed a 2v1 with a Lancer and won easily. If that guy doesn't kill me in the back, I would have gotten away. I might have got him too. I think he got me with a grenade. So I mean, that is ridiculous. That can't be happening. And remember what I said, this is my first match of the night. I got home from work. I popped the game in. First match. You can see my aim is a little off. That guy had no chance. I don't know. This isn't gonna work. It just sucks because they had it. They'll probably never go back to it either. It'll probably never go back to the way it was at launch, and that was the best balance we ever had. I just don't remember people complaining. I saw more complaints about the Nasher than the rifles. I truly did. Right. It just baffles me. I don't understand. I know they turned it back a little bit, but I mean, still just easy. Just hip fire, hip fire, hip fire. That ain't what Gears is about out in the open rifle battles. You can see later on they start Lancering too. I don't blame them. I get into a couple of 1v1 Lancer fights. This is crazy. This is the game people thought Judgment was going to be before it came out. This is what I told people Judgment wouldn't be. A lot of arguments on the forums back and forth. I was right when the game came out. It was not a Lancer fest. It wasn't campy. Now I think we're gonna see a little bit more of that. Why wouldn't we? These right, look at that. Like, I killed that guy so easily. He had no chance. He couldn't get in the cover. That's not what this game is about. They've been fighting the Nashor for years. I mean, is it really a bad thing? It's not like the weapons. The Lancer wasn't getting a lot of kills back in the day, but it's not like it wasn't being used. It was being used just as much. It wasn't. It was a support weapon. It wasn't a slaying weapon because of the way Gears was with the downing and all that. So it's like they're fighting it, but is it really a problem? You have to ask yourself. I don't know. Just really hoping they reconsider and go back to the launch settings. The launch settings were the balance was perfect. I'm sure a lot of people weren't using the hammer burst, but it's a semi-automatic. It's not popular in any game that it's in. It's not popular in Call of Duty, Battlefield. It's just how it is. You want to tell me it wasn't usable? Go watch Immortal Spawn. He put up I think 15 free-for-alls that he won using it in the first couple of days. And I also heard they lowered the recoil on the Hammerburst. I really hope that's not true. Because then it'll be just like the Gears 3 Hammerburst all over again. So, what did we learn from Gears 3 then? Just overall, just not a fan of this direction. It's like they had a direction they were going in, and they gave up on it immediately. So, I don't know. I mean, I'll still play the game, I guess, but just really disappointing. And that's going to do it for that match. Just hopped right on like it was nothing. That's no good. Talk to you guys later. Peace.